In predictive, the predictive approach is also called the waterfall model. It's also called the waterfall model. For example, if you want to build a software, let's assume that there are 4 major things you do in building software. You build the back database, then the back end, then the front end, then testing, then you launch. Normal. That is what building a software entails. Using the waterfall model is that, okay, let's do database. You pick database and finish database. When you finish database, then you want to do backend. When you finish backend, you want to do front end. When you do front end, you want to test. When you test, you want to launch. That's waterfall model. You will not start front end until you have finished database and you have finished backend or almost finished backend. You will not do testing of the whole system because the whole system is not even ready. Because until you finish backend, you finish front end, you finish database, that's when you have the whole system to test. So, quickly, from what you have seen, what will you regard as the problem of this model? Mr. Abdul, what do you think? Tell me, we'll just mention 1 or 2. What do you think would be the potential problem of this model? Hello? Mr. Abdul Jalil? Hello? Mr. Kolawale, are you there?
I'm back here, sir.
Jalil, quickly.
So I didn't hear the question. I lost. There was a network issue on my end. I just came back.
Okay, then don't worry. You can step that. Mr. Kolawale, did you hear the question?
Yes, I heard the question, sir.
Oh, yeah, quickly.
You were talking about this waterfall model, also known as a predictive method in project management. What would be the constraint of this method? Am I correct, sir?
Yes.
For me, from my end, one of the major problems that this kind of method will have is review. Nothing is certain; things are changing. So, in a project whereby you've calculated from the beginning to the end that so amount will be spent. If you have a change in the total amount of money that you need to spend or anything happen along the line, going back to review the payments, going back to the stakeholders to discuss with them will be a big issue. So this is one of the reasons why I think this model could be as one of the major problems that this method is likely to have. On one side, scheduling, reviewing the cost and every other thing again, the resources.
Okay, let me remodel your response. The biggest problem with this model is that as at the time that you finish this part of the work, you don't have anything to show the customer. Because you cannot go and show customer database. What do they know? That's technical. There's nothing to show. As at the time you finish this part, there's nothing to show the customer. Because you don't have a working product. As at the time you finish this, okay, fine. You now have a working product, but even you yourself, you have not tested. It doesn't make sense for you to go and show a customer something that you yourself has not tested. So you want to be seeing errors for the first time in front of the customer. It does not make sense. So it is after you have now done your own testing. That's when you can say, yeah, customer, come and see. God bless you if issues come up at that point. You understand? Some issues will come up at this point that will take you. Some issues will come up at this point that will take you back here. Some issues will come at this point that will take you back here. Some issues will come at this point that will take you back here. It might not even be technical issues. You are waiting till you are waiting to get here before interfacing with the customer. What if customer says, no, it is true, I told you to do this like this before, but I've changed my mind now. Looking at it, I want you to change it. So change, the system is very rigid for change. This system is assuming that everything will proceed as planned. It is assuming that everything will proceed as planned. And it's a very expensive assumption.